Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back. Today we're going to be breaking down all the Division 2 news you need to know and anything coming up for next week. We have a lot going on. We had TU12, we have some XP shenanigans that you guys should get into, and I will go into detail in a little bit if you did not see that video, as well as other events coming up. A lot to look forward to, and I hope you guys are having a great time in TU12. But before we get started, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe, and if you like the video, smash that like button. Alright, first off, let's talk about that XP farm. So if you did not know, XP is a little glitched out in the dark zone right now, and you can run in there and get some crazy XP, more XP than you're probably going to get anywhere or any source in the game currently. And like I said, I did a video yesterday, so if you want to go into full detail how to activate that, how to get everything going, go ahead and click on the card. It'll be on the screen or in the description somewhere, and it will help you out. Now, we also had the new manhunt target started for Viper, so you can go out and do all those missions, the manhunts, all the little bounties and stuff. As well as that, there is a bonus multiplier going on this week. So if you log in, you can come in, you get double XP for 15 levels. So if you grind out 15 shade levels, you're actually going to have 30 shade levels by the end. And that's just going to help you out in finishing out your season pass, especially if you are not a fan of the Dark Zone and you do not want to get on these XP gains. Next, let's talk about the Eclipse Protocol. Can we get some F's in chat? It was a great time, and I loved having that extra 30% amplified damage, especially running Ridgeways, Hunter's Fury, or any other build. I was also using it as a Bullet King ongoing directive build, and it was quite fun. But it's time and the sun is over, so we have to move on. Now, I do plan on updating any of my builds, so if you're using any of my builds with the Eclipse Protocol, those will be updated in the near future. But until then, you could pretty much use any backpack of your choice, and you are probably going to be doing more damage since that 30% amplified damage isn't there anymore. But if you really wanted a choice and I was able to tell you something right now, I would just swap it out for Vigilance. Now, we also had the optimization station come out with TU12, but honestly, I would just suggest not using it. It is way too expensive. The only thing I will be using it for is just upgrading a couple of my exotics, a couple of my favorite weapons that are like 0.05%, and that's basically all I'm going to use it for. Other than that, guys, I say we all just need to boycott it and just not use it until they nerf it. And not just like nerf it by like 10%. It needs to see a massive nerf. At least cut the materials in half, or just make all the materials drop from elites, killed, landmarks, wherever. We need to be getting more materials, because nobody is going to spend 40 or 50 hours optimizing one piece of gear, like one backpack or one chest piece. It just doesn't make sense, and I'm not going to do it, and I hope you guys don't spend your time on it, because it's just a waste. We also saw a bunch of quality of life changes, which were nice, and probably one of the biggest changes that I have to say is just being able to pick up your turret. It is nice for people who like to run the turret builds, which I love. I love hybrid turret builds, just being able to run around with my AR or my Harmony or whatever it may be. It's a very fun build, and sometimes you just do a bad throw, or you're just trying to get it out quick and everyone's dead, and now I have to wait for it to come back on cooldown. And the fact that we were able to pick up hives, but we're not able to pick up our turrets, never really made sense. Never really made sense in D1, and that's why I didn't really like running any turret builds or any skill builds in Division 1. I just loved running that Striker, that Nomad, depending on if I was doing solo or not. Now, while we're on quality of life, they made a lot of great changes to global events, and if you played the last global event, Guardians, it was so much fun, especially if you were using those LMG builds. I was running a Pestilence, and I was just holding down the trigger, and it was firing so fast. You had Pestilence stacks going everywhere, and the recoil was a little out of control. But me on PC, I literally had my mouse like almost on the ground, just trying to hold it down just to keep it level. So if you're on console, I'm like, I don't know how you guys are controlling that recoil, but good luck. Also, we have a new global event coming out next week, and that will be for the Manhunt, the Viper Manhunt. So I would really suggest start doing these global events, because there is a new global event shop where you can go in and you can just keep doing your global event. Even after you finish all the challenges, you got all your stars, you're going to keep getting stars or rewards or whatever, and you can turn those in for caches. And probably the best caches to buy was if you were trying to craft stuff or use the optimization station, I would buy those. But honestly, I would probably just spend my money on the legacy caches, the season caches, and I hopefully, because I haven't seen anything and it doesn't look like name caches are going to be in the global event shop, but if they add them, I would definitely just buy name caches. There are just so many good name weapons out there, and when you just have to worry about that loophole and you can farm them reliably, and not to mention farming name caches, you can also go into the summit and you can farm name caches reliably. You have to do 30 challenges, but it is a grind to get that. So if you are really trying to farm a certain weapon, let's say you want that LMG Carnage, you want that Dark Winter, which is best SMG hands down. I don't care what y'all say. It's my favorite gun. I love the Vector. It's been my favorite gun since Division 1. It just feels good, and it just hits all those marks when I am looking for an SMG. And we also have another apparel event coming up near the end of December, and it was codenamed Nightmare, which is a big letdown because they kind of hyped it up like it was something else, like a new game mode. And I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe they're going to bring survival back or something like that, but it's just an apparel event and it's kind of a big letdown. So hopefully we get some more news on what's going on in the spring. I know everyone, all the Spurgs down in the comments are going to be like, oh, the game's dead, stop playing, optimization station, Division 3. We don't know that. I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to keep making content. I love this game. And until Division 3 or another expansion comes out, we just don't know. So let's just hold our breath until then. And if you enjoy the game, great. If you don't, there's a lot of other games out there. But that's all the news I have for today. So if you are looking for tutorials, builds, news, anything from old players to new players and everything in between, go ahead and check out my channel. And thanks again for watching